Tonight, livestock agents continue to fight for a new Ballarat sale yard site. Colac Otway Shire approves an expansion of an abattoir. And final preparations for Ballarat's Begonia Festival. Good evening, I'm Bruce Roberts. Also tonight, Warrnambool expecting its biggest influx of tourists. Livestock agents opposing the Ballarat sale yard's relocation have penned a second letter to the City Council. They say their requests for a new site have so far fallen on deaf ears.
It's been more than a month since stock agents TB White, HF Richardson and Charles Stewart wrote a letter to the Ballarat City Council.
About 200 jobs are expected to be created as the Colac-based Australian Lamb Company undergoes an expansion. Colac Otway Shire Council has approved the abattoir's application to expand in order to increase lamb exports to China and to the Middle East. It will see more than 120 full-time positions created by June next year, with the figure predicted to increase by October 2017. The project is estimated to cost more than $20 million. Crucial work to track signalling and level crossings on the Geelong to Warrnambool line will undergo a $6 million rejuvenation during the Easter break, while $2 million of work will be carried out on the line between Lara and Geelong. Buses will replace trains between Southern Cross and Geelong, Marshall, Warn Ponds on Warrnambool on Friday, Saturday and Sunday over the Easter break. Normal train services will operate between Southern Cross and Tarneet and Wyndham Vale. More than 60,000 people are expected to attend this weekend's annual Begonia Festival. Organisers say the event features more flowers than any other year, with more than 800 begonias on display. And this long weekend marks Warrnambool's most significant tourism period, with the Junior Surf Lifesaving Championships drawing thousands. The weekend provides a huge boost for the city. And when we return this Friday, the cattle industry warned to prepare for a downturn in prices. And Australia's longest running antiques fair returns to Ballarat. Welcome back. The Australian cattle industry has been warned it needs to prepare for a downturn in prices and the potential effect on the national bottom line. A seminar today looked at where the beef industry is headed, what's caused the spike and how long it might last. Thousands of people will travel to Meredith this weekend for the 10th annual Golden Plains Music Festival. The sold-out event will see Australian and international artists take to the stage, including US band Violent Femmes. The event is renowned for a unique tradition where spectators salute their favourite performers by holding up a shoe or a boot. The festival starts tomorrow at the Meredith Amphitheatre. It is time for some Friday night sporting action. I'm joined at the desk by Amy Duggan. And Amy, exciting times ahead for Darren Weir at the Adelaide Cup.
There are, Bruce. In fact, he's confirmed there's 2 runners for the $400,000 race. Also, the Rebels head off on their pre-season camp. And Ballarat cricket's best squares up for the season decider. In sport, the Northern Ballarat Rebels 45-player squad will face its toughest pre-season test this weekend, having to undergo the AFL Victoria testing. The club's leadership group and captain will also be chosen on Sunday at the Rebels pre-season camp.
After a tough pre-season, the Rebels squad has been whittled down from 140 to the final list.
Brown Hill skipper Ryan Knoll says his side's vast finals experience holds it in good stead heading into this weekend's Ballarat Cricket Association decider at Eastern Oval. Meanwhile, Golden Point's Josh White is backing his batsmen to get the job done.
Brown Hill is determined to replay the glory of last year's premiership success, and Knowles believes he has the lineup to go back-to-back. Wes Cusworth, Win News.
Darren Weir has confirmed prize Irish imports sign-off will run in the $400,000 Group 2 Adelaide Cup at Morphettville on Monday. The 5-year-old gelding, likely to start favourite, drew perfectly in Barrier 2 when the fields were finalised on Wednesday morning, while stablemate and second favourite, Real Love, wasn't so fortunate, coming up with gate 11. Both horses are coming off wins last weekend and will carry good form into the 3,200-metre event. The Ballarat Miners say they're looking to bounce back after losing their first 2 pre-season practice matches. The club will take on Mount Gambier Pioneers at the Minor Dome tomorrow. Central Wendouree says it will not tinker with a lineup that successfully accounted for Midlands Golf in the Ballarat midweek pennant preliminary final. Central heads into Monday's grand final with City Oval hoping to snap a run of losses on the big occasion.
The minor premier believes it's finally found the combination capable of taking it all the way.
Ballarat's Michelle Payne has been announced the Ballarat Sportswoman of the Year. 16-year-old Grace O'Dwyer was named Ballarat Sports Girl of the Year, and emerging soccer star Katie Cook took out the Blackburn Encouragement Award. Meanwhile, Ballarat High School's Emily Tinker has defeated Sasha McDonald 6-1-6-2 to claim the Ballarat Associated Schools Senior Henderson Shield. Ballarat Grammar's Tim McConkey was too good for Tynan Haints 6-love 6-1 in the McNeil Cup. Broden Haints and Shannon Hearn were the joint winners there. And work is underway to improve Colac Central Reserve playing surface in time for the football season. The oval has been re-sown with ryegrass to ensure consistent coverage as well as premium cushioning for players throughout winter. And that's our day in sport, but a big weekend for cricket coming up, and I'll have all the results on Monday, Bruce.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Amy. And speaking of the weekend, the weather is next with a long weekend's forecast. The humidity continues with a partly cloudy day and some morning patchy fog in some areas. Then the week in review. Hello again in just 2 words, humid and sunny, but let's have a look in greater detail. It was a humid end to the working week for much of the state, with warmer than average March temperatures recorded in most areas. We saw Geelong get up to 28 degrees today, Ballarat 16 overnight, almost doubling to get up to 31 degrees. Colac saw 30. Down at the coast, the temperature hovering around that mid-20 mark. As we move to the north, you can see those temperatures heating up. Donald got up to 35 degrees today. To the satellite and cloud lingering over eastern Victoria associated with a low pressure trough triggered showers and storms throughout the day. Low cloud combined with cooler onshore winds to bring the odd shower along the coast. On the synoptic chart, a low pressure trough will persist over eastern Victoria until at least Sunday, while a high pressure ridge will remain to the south of Victoria into next week. At the coast tomorrow, we should see some southwesterly winds gusting up to 15 knots and our tides evenly split in the afternoon. To the forecast for tomorrow, we should see a partly cloudy day. Humidity will persist with some isolated showers. Colac up to 26 degrees tomorrow, Warrnambool seeing 22. Portland 16 overnight, but getting up to 21. Hamilton 26 degrees tomorrow, some sunshine about for Lake Bolac. 27 degrees, Stawell up to 29 degrees. Donald should see 20 overnight, but up to 33 tomorrow. For Ballarat, the humidity continues with a partly cloudy day and some morning patchy fog in some areas. 17 overnight, but getting up to 26 degrees. For Melbourne, 20 overnight, but up to 25, also humid with light winds. And as we take a look at the days ahead, there is some relief in sight for Monday with the temperatures dipping just a little bit. And that's how we saw news in Western Victoria this Friday, March 11. It's great to be back. See you Monday.
I gave her the hard pitch and I gave her the hard sell, and she rang me back and said that she would love the sign with the rush.
More than 150,000 patients with alcohol-related issues are admitted to emergency wards across Australia each year.
Physically and mentally exhausted from a whirlwind week in Rome, survivors say they didn't hear what they wanted from Cardinal George Pell during the Royal Commission.
This has been a Win News presentation. Win News, regional Australia's #1 news source.